Hola and welcome to today's show. I am Lindita, and you know what we're making? Machaca. Híjole, and you're gonna love it. It is a seasoned beef with all the vegetables. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna be rolling up my sleeves here because there's a couple steps that go in this recipe. So we're gonna start up with 3 cloves, no? You're gonna need 3 cloves, and I've got all my ingredients right here. We're gonna go step by step, no? So 3 cloves. And like I always say, I use my molcajete for everything. And if you don't have one, go ahead and use a mincer, or you can just mash them down. You know, either way. And like I said, my next show or in a couple more shows, we're gonna be making, we're gonna be seasoning our molcajete. And I'm gonna show you step by step too. I know, it's gonna be fun. Because I know Ian is dying to get his molcajete ready for his kitchen. So we're gonna go ahead and just mash these up a little bit like that. The aromas are just, I love garlic. I don't know about you, but. Okay, we're gonna set this aside for right now. And then we're gonna start out with 1 white onion. So you're gonna need a nice big onion for this recipe. We're gonna just cut the ends. And then we're gonna just peel it. Here, let me just pull this over here. And take the skin off. Whew. This is a fun recipe. Oh my gosh. You're gonna love it. Your family's gonna love it. You can buy this at your restaurant. You can, and it's all, you can buy it already made, but you're learning step by step on this traditional dish. It's beautiful. We're gonna cut this in half, and we're gonna slice. See? And I do quarter mine. I should have just quartered it like this, but nice and thin sliced, and we're gonna quarter. Just go down the middle like that. I'm gonna get my little plate because I'm gonna just start plating it all. Ooh, these onions. Wanna start chopping? He's nodding no. He doesn't want to cry. I know, mijo. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna just quarter it right now. Yeah, onions don't bother me at all. It's a lot of onion, but I like, this recipe calls for a white onion. And we're gonna do 2 poblano, those. And this size is kind of like the size that they're normal, but they do come small. And if you have them shorter, just get another one, add 3. So we're gonna go ahead, cut the little tops. Las cabecitas, like that. Remove the inside. Wow, that one's got a lot of seeds. I can grow a garden this spring. Woo! Yeah. And I'm gonna use all of it, so. And the flavors, the poblano flavor, I really enjoy, and it's not hot. It's got some flavors that go with this recipe that just make it really unique. It's a seasoned, beef that we're going to be adding this to. Well, let's do that. Let me just move this out of the way. So we're going to go ahead, cut it down the middle, and we're going to thin slice. Ooh. And then we're gonna just go, you can leave them in a long strip and do 1, but I kind of like them chopped up like 3 ways, just like that. Toss it. Like I said, look at these. They look like little hearts. Got to put some humor into everything that we do. It tastes better that way. Don't you think? Pull out some of the seeds. Again, nice long strips. Okay, 3. Just grab them with my hand. And los corazones, little hearts. Hey, they all go in the pot. That's all there is to it. Alrighty. Move that up like that. All right, now our Anaheim. Now the Anaheim, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna use 3. I want mine on the spicier sides, and the Anaheim is a little spicier than the poblano, just so you know. And I'm gonna use, and I usually like to get 2 of the larger, but since I couldn't find them, guess what? I'm using 3. I'll remove these. All right, I'll get started on 1. These don't have to be thin sliced, just I'm gonna go smaller. Okay, 4. Ooh, I didn't take the seeds out first. Oh my goodness. I got carried away. It's all bad. It's not all bad. My eyes are kind of watering with this one. They're a little on the spicy side, but not bad. Okay, and if you want, you can add the 3rd one, but you don't have to. Okay, I said I was because I do like mine a little on the spicier side. So I'm going to toss that in there. Let me clear this off a little bit. All right, I'm going to do this right. Like I said, if you save all these seeds, I'm sure you could throw it in your garden, ma'am, and just grow it. Save some money. All right. Little on the spicy side. And now we're gonna go ahead and use the poblano peppers. And you know, when I made this recipe before, I only had 2, but I used a regular. It really doesn't, what did I say? It was the Romano. Yes. Did I say poblano? Oh my goodness, see, I got all excited. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just coarsely chop this. I'm gonna do 4. The poblano's got to me. Yeah, quarter them. Got 1 more to go. Remove the little head there. It's the show. Ay, ay, ay. So now, we're gonna put them all in our bowl, our platter. And then, I'm gonna put this aside, and then I'm gonna grab my pot roast and I'll season it up for you. We're gonna backtrack a little bit. I think I said I was gonna season my meat. I'm gonna just put that aside for a minute because I'm gonna show you the mixture that you're gonna need that's gonna go over the beef. Okay, so you'll need 1 cup of the real warm water. And we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of the Knorr. It's a beef bouillon, you know, and it's already got the salts and everything in there too, so you don't need to add too much. And then 1 tablespoon of the Mexican oregano. You can pick this up, you know, online or a specialty store, but I recommend this. It's got some awesome, awesome flavors. And if you don't have it, just use the regular oregano. And 2 tablespoons of the Lindita's salsa mix. And we're adding 2. It's about a half a bag of the 1 ounce bag. All right, we're gonna mix it all together with my little whisk. I just love it. I picked it up. I got it as a gift and I just love it. And it works really well. It really does. For me anyway. Okay, so we're gonna set this aside now. All our ingredients are coming together. Okay, now our beef, I'm using it's about a 2.5 to 3 pound. I think it's a little over 2.5 pounds. It's a ground chuck, pot roast. And I'm gonna leave the fat that's on there because you're gonna need that when you're cooking it. You really do need the moisture in the meat, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and just season this up. So and like, as you know, I'm a pepper girl. Woo! Then we're gonna add some kosher salt. And I'll flip it around. Perfect. We're gonna set this aside and we'll get our little crock pot ready to go, okay? Now we're gonna put all our ingredients together in my crock pot. So I'm using all of my vegetables, right? And I'm pouring them all in together, okay? Whoa. And then on the, when I did my garlic cloves, I'm just adding a little bit of liquid in here like I always do to loosen up the ends, the bowl, the sides. We're gonna dump it all in there together. And we're gonna mix it all up. I'm gonna use my little manita, as we call it, my little hands. Get all your veggies mixed together. Oh, sounds fun. Okay, we're gonna move this aside. And then on my meat, like I said, it's about 2.5. You want about a 2.5, 3 pound. And I've already seasoned it. And what I wanna do is, I'm gonna flip it. I'm just gonna do 3 little cuts right in the meat. And the reason I'm doing that is to get more of the liquid to cook a little bit faster. That's all. And you don't have to, but I do it. Okay, so we're gonna toss it in, flip it, just like that. I'm gonna take my my lime. Before I do that, I'm gonna add the mixture that we put together. Ooh, the magic. And we're gonna pour it over the top. See? We're gonna add a half a lime juice. So we're gonna just squeeze that on there. And I'm gonna add a little bit more later, but just do about a half. Just like that. Yep. And then we're gonna cover it, or just top it off with 3 bay leaves. And then we're gonna put it in our little crock pot. And this is gonna cook for 5 to 6 hours. It just depends on the size of meat. And we're gonna see the texture here in a little bit, okay? So we're gonna put it to a nice high for 5 to 6 hours, 5.5 to 6 hours. Put the lid on it and let it do its magic. And then we'll be back. Well, it's been almost 6 hours and it is ready to come out of this pot, my crock pot, and I'm gonna go ahead and remove it and place it on my tray here. Ooh, oh, does that look beautiful? I'm gonna just set my little bay leaves on the side. Oh, it's is ready to shred. Ooh, I'm excited. Perfect. So from here, now what you want to do is take about 1.5 cups of the juice with the vegetable, and we're going to blend that, okay? I'm going to add a little bit more liquid in there. We're going to pop this on in the blender. There we go. So it's a little over 1 cup. Put the lid on it. Whoa. I'm going to turn it on and we'll just put it on high. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually throw in my bay leaves, because I usually leave my bay leaves and everything because it just leaves a wonderful flavor. Just saying. I'm going to just toss those in there. Ah. This is when you dance. Perfect. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh, is that ever nice? Okay. So, and the next step is, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna just put this aside, let that chill for a little bit, and we're gonna go ahead and just remove, remove all our vegetables in here into a bowl, because we're gonna cook these up with the meat. And let me tell you, when you're using a crock pot, as you know, you walk in at the end of the day, oh, the aromas just knock you right over. Ah, so tasty. We're gonna try to remove as much of the juice. Okay, oh, there's a little bit more in there. Nice. So let's start shredding up our beef. Yes, so delicious. I'm gonna get some forks and I'm gonna get ready to shred it. Ooh, look how beautiful that looks. So you notice it did shrink down a lot, but they do. And look at the texture on here, the shredding. Oh, you can go ahead and use your fork like this. Okay. And, as I talked earlier, the fat that's in there, you want to just remove it, but you do need it. Look how beautiful that looks. Perfect. It's still a little warm. So I'm just going to shred as much as I can. The aromas, the aromas are incredible, right, Ian? He's nodding, yes. I know, I always have to ask my producer director, how's it all going? Okay, so we're gonna need this to be a little finer, and it is a little warm. So I'm gonna toss this over. I'm gonna just wash my hands a little bit here. Rinse them off. And I'm gonna go ahead and just place it on the board and just chop it up a little bit more. Okay. You want this to be really fine, the meat, because it does shred, and it's called it's more on the drier part. And once you start, because we're going to cook this up again, all right? So I want smaller pieces, and it just makes it go well with the plate. This makes a lot. Let me tell you. Oh, there's a little bit of fat in there. It's not going to hurt anything. The aromas just remind me so much of home. My mamacita cooking in the kitchen, mi abuela, mis hermanas. Oh, beautiful. Okay. The last part. We'll cook it up. It'll dry up a little bit more, but the flavors are going to be enticing. Perfect. Let's take it to the range. So I've already turned up my skillet to a low heat. We're going to add the meat. There's no oil or nothing else that goes because we want to dry up the meat. See, you could have done this too, you know, shredded some more in the pan, but I prefer to do what I did because it just makes it a lot easier. And when I've done this a couple of times, you know what? I'm using all my techniques that will help you make it go fast and smooth and tasty. Okay, so we're gonna cook that up. Put this down. Perfect. We're going to do this for about 3 minutes. Break up some more meat. Okay, it's been 3 minutes, about 3 minutes. And, you know, doing this, I just want to throw in a little pointer that I've learned from doing this recipe many times is I like to shred it before I put it in the pan. It just makes it go by faster. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and add our ingredients. All our veggies. Ooh. Oh, I love it. It smells so good in here. Oh, my mouth is watering. I can't wait to bite into it. Oh, yes. Oh, beautiful. Just a little bit more. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add my sauce that we added, that we blended. Okay, so add it right in. All of it. Yay. Okay. I'm gonna mix it up. Oh, it's going to town now. Now on a medium heat, and we're gonna cook this up for another 3 minutes. We want to just cook down the juices a little bit. And we're gonna put a cover on it. So 3 minutes it is. You know what I did is I added another 2 minutes onto this because there was still a little bit of liquid in there, and you want that to kind of dry up a little bit. So, you know, it just depends on your range too. But this is the look. This is the texture that you want for your dish. Okay? It's beautiful. I think it's ready to plate up. Machaca, how easy was this to make? Oh my goodness, the longest time that it took was in the crock pot when it took 5.5 to 6 hours, and that's it. All the vegetables, you chop them up and it's ready to go. I can smell the aromas here and my mouth is watering, seriously, because it is going to be so good. So for all these recipes, just go to linditasalsa.com. You know, the Fideo Loco, I walk you right through how to make your beans. And that's what I did, a side dish and my rice. So top it off with a little, you know, queso fresco, and just add a little lime juice, to top it off. I'll just go right here as well. And you can have a little salsa on the side, and you can also wrap it up in a little burrito or a taco. That's how easy and fun this recipe is. There's multiple recipes that you can do. And I just want to say thank you so much to my new sponsors that are coming on board. I have Keisha of Keisha Art Gallery, who does this beautiful jewelry, and all this is on my credits as well. And Latin Life Denver. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be coming on. If you wanna know what's happening in the state of Colorado, you gotta check them out. And that information is also on my credits, and Joe's gonna be coming on one day, and we're gonna have him cook it up as well. And I just want to say thank you to my friend Joanne. Joanne Smith, I'm telling you, look at this beautiful bottle of wine. It's gonna be on my set forever, and it is fabulous. I just wanna say thank you to everyone, and you know, my viewers for writing in, and I know that you are enjoying all my recipes. So, and for more recipes, like I said, just go to linditasalsa.com. And with that, I just want to say thank you so much, and join me next time. Bueno, mis amigos, salud.